This is my 2026 starting point. I'd lost 65 pounds in 2025, but then took a break over Christmas. And let's be honest, I probably let my hair down a bit too much. This video is showing a reality of having a Christmas break and what my plan is to lose that weight and get down to 10 to 12% body fat in 2026. Just in case you missed my last video, which you can find on my channel, I thought I would do a quick recap. So in 2025, I lost 65 pounds and I went from this photo here on the screen to this photo here at the end of November. This was my lowest weight I've ever been in my adult life at 173.2 pounds with a body fat of 18.7% measured via a DEXA scan, which I'll go through in a future video. This worked. So I spent the whole year pretty much in a diet. On the screen now is my chart for my weight loss from the start of January 2025 all the way to the end of November 2025. So what is my goal for 2026? So my goal for 2026 is to get down to 10 to 12% body fat and have visible abs. Now, this time I want to do it slower. I want to treat my weight loss more sustainable, and I want to maintain as much lean mass as I possibly can during this cut phase. Now, I've got my end goal figures, and I've got my weight I ended on in my cut in 2025 when I lost 65 pounds. However, I let my hair down over the Christmas break, like pretty much everyone in the world would have done. So let's see what damage I've done to my body at the end of 2025. So on the screen now is a recording of me with my tail between my legs, doing my first official weigh-in of 2026. And yes, the scale does say 193.8 pounds, which is a near 20 pounds weight gain over the festive period. And to put this into context, on the screen now are my stats from the end of November last year and versus today, when this video was recorded. So I have to be upfront here. The 20 pounds weight gain will not be all fat, right? So most of that, I hope anyway, is water weight. So it could be from glycogen, water, or unprocessed food that's still in my body. So I'm not panicking. I knew that I was going to gain quite a bit of weight over December. And this was planned, right? So I was dieting for 11 months in 2025, and I had this goal to enjoy myself in December, guilt-free. I smashed my target in November by five pounds over my target, and in December is where there is good food everywhere, right? You got a lot of family occasions, meeting up with friends, and festive activities always comes with festive food. So I wanted to make sure that I enjoyed myself, but also I knew that come January the 4th, today, that I will be locking it back in and losing what I gained and more, to get to that 10 to 12% goal I have in 2026. So I'm not panicking. I've done it before. I've lost 65 pounds. I'm actually the lightest I've ever been in January of any year, right, in my adult life. So I'm still really proud of myself for that. I know I've got a fair amount of weight to lose now. However, by the end of January, I think I'm going to be in a good place. So now on the screen, it will be my starting point, my starting progress photo or video for this cut. This is going to be what I compare against every week, rather than the last photo from 2025, because this is the start of this phase. I will periodically compare my progress against what I did in 2025. However, this video on the screen is what I look like today, is what I look like now, and this will be the point of reference for the weekly videos for 2026. As you can see, I don't look terrible. However, there is a lot of fat to lose, and also I would like to hope that I can build some muscle still, as I'm still in the beginning phase for the gym, right? So you can see December impact. Has happened to me, mainly around my belly, but also these photos are going to be done in the same place, in the same camera every single week. The only slight difference that will probably happen is the lighting, because I have a broken light in the ceiling, if you can see. And also I did not figure out how to get my my standing lights working as well. So there will be a slight light difference going forward, but the position and the room should stay the same week by week. So what's the January plan for macros, steps, and training? So every week I'm going to set out what my plan is for the week coming. And every week I will go back to the previous week and I will say whether I had a perfect week and I hit every single part of my plan, or whether I skipped a gym session, I screwed up my diet, didn't get my steps in, etc. Because I want to show the real process, the real journeys, which also include all the lows and also the misses, as well as the successes and the hits. Okay, so also for January, as this is my starting video for the transformation, I want to eat at maintenance this month. And the reason I want to do that is because I was in a big deficit for 11 months last year. In December, I was eating in a surplus. I didn't track anything I ate. So I really want to baseline my body, drop all of my water weight, so I still expect the scale to go down, and basically go into a maintenance phase and see if the calories or the macros that I'm setting this week is actually my true maintenance, right? And what I'll do is I'll reassess as the weeks go by. I'll try and stick to this maintenance phase for the whole of January. And then when it comes to 1st of Feb, I will then review whether I indeed maintained or whether I was losing £1 a week still. Because if I'm losing £1 a week on these macros, I'm going to keep them going, right? I'm going to keep it going until I stall, until I plateau. Then I will adjust accordingly. So for this week, my macros are going to be 2,470 calories per day. I'm going to have a high protein diet, as I always will. So I'm going to have 180 grams of protein, 280 grams of carbs, and 70 grams of fat. So this is quite a lot of food. I've always dieted on 1,800 to 2,000 calories. I've always walked 20,000 steps a day, for example. However, that was too much. I did not feel good. My performance at the gym was down. My life was spent walking. So this time around, I'm all about making it more sustainable and trusting the process. So those are my macros I'm going to hit every week, every day, this week, and probably for the rest of January. I'm going to go to the gym 3 days a week, and do a full body split. So Monday, Wednesday, Friday. And I'm also going to be walking 10,000 steps a day minimum. So that is my starting plan for January. We'll see in the next week's video of how I stuck to that this week, as I'm still adjusting going from the diet break in December, right? So so it's not an aggressive deficit. I don't even think this is going to be a deficit. Like I said, I think this is going to be my maintenance. But we'll see. I've never actually worked out what my maintenance is or tested it. So it's going to be very interesting to see how my body reacts over the next few weeks on this one. So the next few weeks is just all about settling into my new routine, locking in habits, finding my feet on YouTube as well. So every week my videos should improve. So I'm going to be doing a lot of trial and error, and tweaking around week by week. Hopefully it will become more and more entertaining as the weeks go by. And I'll be reassessing my diet plan in February. So if you've got this far in this video, I really, really appreciate you. I'm going to be doing weekly updates. So please subscribe and like the video if you enjoyed it, and comment down below if there's anything you would like me to cover in particular, whether that's my DEXA scan results, or how I tore my ACL paintballing. And remember, every week will be an honest update. There'll be no sugarcoating, there'll be no lying or pretending I achieved something I haven't, and I'll go over every success and every screw up I've made in that week. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next week.